What's today's topic? Today, we're diving into VA disability benefits for Pes Planus. You might know it as flat feet. This isn't just a footnote, pun intended, because for many veterans, this condition can cause some serious pain and secondary issues. Whether it developed during service or was aggravated by it, the VA does provide disability compensation for Pes Planus, if you know how to navigate the system. So let's break it down step by step. Look, understanding VA disability claims is like trying to assemble furniture with no instructions. You'll get there, but it may take way longer than it should. That's why I created my VA claims course, to give veterans like you the tools and strategies you need to win your claim without the headache. Check out the link below to get started. What is Pes Planus, or flat feet? Is when the arch of your foot is flattened to the point where it touches or nearly touches the ground. Normally, the tendons and ligaments in your lower leg and foot pull together to create an arch. But when they don't do their job, bam, you've got flat feet. Most people with mild flat feet don't notice major issues, but severe cases can be a real pain in the, foot. Symptoms of flat feet include feet tiring easily, pain in the arches or heels, swelling, difficulty standing on your toes, leg and back pain, and here's the kicker. Flat feet can also increase the risk of injuries or pain in your lower limbs and spine. So if you're a veteran dealing with these symptoms, getting checked out and connecting it to your service is key. What causes flat feet? For veterans, Pes Planus can develop for several reasons. Service-related stress, constant PT, high-impact activities like running, marching, and carrying heavy packs. That will wear your feet down like cheap sneakers. Pre-existing conditions aggravated by service. If you came into the military with flat feet, but your service made them worse, you can still qualify for benefits. Other causes. Flat feet can also stem from torn or stretched tendons, dislocated bones, nerve damage like peripheral neuropathy, rheumatoid arthritis, or even obesity. The bottom line, if your military service caused or aggravated your flat feet, you might be entitled to compensation. VA ratings for flat feet. The VA uses 38 CFR 4.71 alpha, diagnostic code 5276 to rate flat feet on a scale from 0 to 50% based on severity. Here's how it works. Pronounced flat feet, 50 or 30%. Marked pronation, severe flattening, inward displacement of the Achilles tendon, and spasms that aren't relieved by arch supporters. Bilateral, which is both feet, that'll give you the 50%, and unilateral, which is one foot, will give you the 30%. Number 2 is severe flat feet, which is 30% or 20%. Clear deformity, pain on use or manipulation, swelling, and characteristic calluses. Bilateral gets you 30% and unilateral gets you 20%. Number 3, moderate flat feet, which is usually 10%. Weight-bearing line shifts over the big toe, inward bowing of the Achilles tendon, and pain on use or manipulation. Bilateral or unilateral will get you 10%. Number 4, mild flat feet, which is 0%. If symptoms are relieved by arch supporters, the VA considers this mild and rates you at a 0%, which means you're service connected, but won't receive any monthly payments. To win your claim for flat feet, the VA needs 3 key things: current diagnosis, in-service event or aggravation, which is evidence that your condition started or worsened due to service. And lastly, nexus opinion, a medical opinion linking your flat feet to your time in service. The VA also might pencil you in for a CMP exam to determine if your condition is at least as likely as not related to service. Secondary conditions caused by Pes Planus. Here's where things get interesting. Pes Planus can cause secondary conditions, which can qualify for some good compensation. These include plantar fasciitis, which is inflammation in the foot, arthritis of the foot, degenerative disc disease, calluses, toe deformities, knee pain, and intermittent low back pain. If a doctor connects these conditions to your flat feet, you could file for a secondary service connection and increase your overall compensation. Now, let's talk about why flat feet claims sometimes get denied and how to fight back. Lack of evidence. You didn't provide enough documentation to prove your service connection. Pre-existing condition. The VA might argue that you had flat feet before service. The fix? Show evidence that service aggravated the condition. No nexus opinion. If there's no medical opinion connecting flat feet to your time in service, the VA can deny your claim. Pro tip: always seek professional help when appealing a denied claim. The right representation can make a huge difference. Back pay for flat feet claims. Here's the silver lining. If your claim eventually approved, especially if there were errors along the way, you could qualify for back pay. The date you filed your claim or the date your condition worsened. If it takes months or even years to get approved, all that time waiting could mean a big check coming your way. So what to do next? Filing or appealing your claim? Here's the game plan. If you're a veteran with Pes Planus, get a medical diagnosis for flat feet. Gather evidence of in-service events that caused or aggravated your condition. Talk to your doctor about secondary conditions connected to Pes Planus. If you've been denied, don't give up. Appeal with strong evidence or get professional help. Believe it or not, VA mistakes can be turned into big wins. If you don't know what to do, in this next video, I'll show you exactly how veterans just like you turn VA errors into approvals. It's proof that persistence pays off.